This is a Brawl Network production. You're listening to the Warriors Brawl Podcast.
Curry, long distance, puts it in. Stephen Curry with another. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Here are your hosts, comedians, and Golden State Warrior die-hard fans, Eli and Derek.
Warriors, bro. What's up, guys? We're back. Trying to truncate the beginning a little bit. I told you we'd lose to the Hawks. I told you.
You did. You said that.
But we did beat the Bucks.
And I predicted that correct, if I do remember.
No, you said we were going to lose that one.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't say that?
But Giannis Antetokounmpo didn't play, and we won.
That doesn't count.
And we only won by 1 point, and Steph Curry had 42. So my position is still the same. We are not very good. In order to win, Steph Curry has to go nuclear.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. He doesn't have to go nuclear. It helps. But like, I think he could go 28, and y'all could win comfortably.
I mean, maybe it just
if
depends
everybody
on
else is playing well.
The problem is, it's like everyone there are nights when Bazemore looks great off the bench, and then nights when he looks awful. There are nights when Andrew Wiggins looked like he could be a number 2 even, and then last night, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It's just same with Kelly Oubre, same with James Wiseman. So it's just like nobody can put together a string of games where like they're playing well consistently.
Yeah.
It's just not conducive to winning basketball. And at this point, there's no way we're not going to get out of the play-in tournament. We're too far back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what there is to say except for, if we can just string together a lot of good games, maybe we can get to the 8th or 7th seed, and then at least we wouldn't have to play so many play-in games. Or win so many playing games.
Yeah, because like what 7 and 8 only have to win 1 out of those 3.
Right.
Whew, it was just uphill battle.
Right.
And even if you do get out the play-in situation, it's like.
And something important and interesting in this win that we won by a team that was missing their best player and we only won by 1 point. Steph Curry had to come in early in the 4th. Like when he's not on the floor, everything goes to hell. There's just nobody to.
No consistent shot makers
or playmakers, and
well, you got Draymond. He can make a play,
right? So they've been pulling him out earlier in the first quarter, so they can bring him in earlier. They're stagnating their minutes a little bit.
Steve, I got to do something. God damn it!
Right. Thankfully, Draymond Green's really good. Piece of shit.
Really, he's good. He's not really good.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about this, but
and he hates women.
Okay.
Oh my bad. We won't go bring that up.
All he was saying was I thought what he was saying was, I didn't really go into it because I don't really care, but because this debate has been raging on forever. They don't get paid as much. But they don't make the revenue. But I thought what Draymond said was really poignant, which was like NBA players also didn't get paid that much too in the past. But there's all these people who worked really hard to make it a global brand, to promote it, blah, blah, blah. So
you have to generate revenue. How you get the average sports person to watch a lot of ladies basketball? Until you do that, I don't think you can generate the revenue to get those contracts.
It's also hard too because
up to where it's like
we all have we can't all just like watch sports all the time.
Yeah.
Like I watch a lot of Warriors basketball. That's many. I watch a lot of Niners, and and the rest of the time I gotta jerk off.
Eli, the women's basketball is played during the summertime before football starts, and after men's basketball has ended. So your excuse doesn't work, buddy.
Yes, it does, because
maybe
I take a break off from sports. Maybe I don't have sports every fucking day of my life. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. If you flip the positions of pro football and WNBA, would you take your break during the summer when the Niners are playing? No, you wouldn't. I'm just saying. The product's not good enough. Not saying these women aren't skilled and could whoop my ass in basketball. It just doesn't generate the interest and or the revenue, so the price is going to be low.
Yeah. I don't know, but back to the Warriors. I mean, listen, I want ladies to get paid a lot, and I love women, and I love women's sports, and it's great. And I don't know what to. I don't know how to manage my own money, so I don't know how to deal with other people's money. Is basically,
Was he blaming them, or?
I didn't even go into it because I'm I'm not gonna. They're just trying to,
I didn't read that story either.
They blow up this shit all the time with the NBA players. They say this and this is the climate we live in. You know what I mean? They take stuff out of context, and they assume the worst. Like when somebody says something, there's a lot of ways you can take it. Some of it is he wasn't thinking. Some of it's like, no, this is what he meant. But I think in this era, whatever you say, if people can assume the worst about you, they will. Yeah. But I know Draymond's a good guy,
especially if you're famous.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He's a little hot-headed, but I think he's probably a good guy.
So so the Warriors, man. Who's getting some? Now who's getting the heat is Steve Kerr. Yeah. Because it's like
they should leave Steve alone. 3 championships. I would hold up my rings every time they give me some shit. And then I point to Klay Thompson. I'm like, that's a key part of what we do.
Right.
So,
but this is the thing, though. So he's tried to have this motion offense all year, tried to keep that identity, but it hasn't been working because these guys are young. They don't know it. Yeah. And especially for James Wiseman, the Steph Curry, James Wiseman pick and roll game could be really good, especially if they develop it more. Yeah. And I think that they should, it's not that they have to do it every possession, but that should be a regular thing in their rotation because you got to understand, like when Klay comes back, he's not going to be running off screens and doing all this stuff. He's not going to be that mobile, and you don't want to overwork him. So I think it's way better to do Steph Curry, James Wiseman, pick and roll. If that devolves or whatever, you dish it to Klay in the corner to sink a 3. You know what I mean? Like they're going to have to simplify the offense when Klay comes back because he's not going to have mobility.
The Warriors' offense is one of my favorites in the league because they actually run a system. Mm-hmm. Like that pick and roll, high pick and roll thing is what 90% of all the other teams do.
Right.
I don't know. If I was Steve Kerr, I probably would stick to my system. But when Klay's back, I expect Klay to be back enough to be able to do that.
Another thing that you have to be ready for is in the playoffs, that motion offense stuff doesn't really work as well, and stuff starts to slow down.
It's about the pieces, though.
The stuff starts to break down. So if you have James Wiseman and Steph Curry who have done this pick and roll so many X million numbers of times, maybe it's not going to be such a big deal when they have to do it when it matters.
Yeah. I don't know if James is able to handle that yet. How much of a threat is he rolling to the basket? He doesn't play mean at all. He needs to play like Ayton. I watched that Suns game, and Ayton is a mean motherfucker. Just throwing his size around. I don't mean like dirty, just throwing his size around and being a big man.
Right.
Wiseman doesn't really do that. He drifts a lot.
I know. Well, Wiseman's getting better, though. Yeah. It's weird. It's the same thing. You see flashes of it. He had a string of bad games. I was like, we should have drafted him LaMelo last night or 2 nights ago when they faced the Bucks. He had a double-double in the first half. Yeah. He was a monster on the boards. And I was like, okay, this can work. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So but he's a rookie, so like that's probably closer to what he's going to be once he develops. He's going to be that kind of guy.
Machine.
But I don't think you should abandon the system at all. That system is beautiful. It works. It's perfect for Steph and Klay with their ability to run off screens.
Right, but I don't know if Klay's going to be that mobile. You
got to expect he is.
You think so?
You got to expect he's going to be, and then like just take him back slowly, like anybody, like kind of like Brooklyn doing with Durant now, because he's on a minute restriction, and you just play him slowly. But I wouldn't change that system. It's a beautiful system. It works. The ball never gets stuck. That's the thing about pick and roll. The ball can get stuck, and then
right. And those guys cool off.
You're stuck playing hero ball.
Guys are just like sitting in the corner and cooling off. They're not getting out of rhythm.
I like that constant motion.
Right. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, I love Warriors basketball, but I just worried because like this season's obviously a bust. Like maybe we make the play-in, maybe we make the playoffs, but like even if we don't, like we got some major issues. I don't know if Kelly Oubre is going to say that.
I don't think it would be a bust as long as I don't know. It's like the playoffs. You take that over not going, right?
What's that?
You take the play-in over not going at all. And then Wiseman, he needs a lot of reps. So you develop him so he's that much better next year. And when Klay comes back, then you can make a run at the dogs at the top of the division. I mean, the conference. That conference. Fucking loaded.
I know, dude. It's fucking.
Fuck fucking loaded.
Zion, who's like an unstoppable force, and they're not even in the playoffs.
That's right. Well, Stan Gundy is terrible. I think he's coaching that team completely wrong.
Why?
Their offense looks terrible, man. It's like you got to get more. You got to get Zion. He's such a big dude. You got to get him moving around more, causing havoc.
Right.
I don't even think they really run. I watched the game the other night. I tried to. It was a blowout, but I don't think they really run like get him involved in the pick and roll game at all. They give it to him because he's so good off the dribble and so strong. They just put him
in there.
Yo, that motherfucker is unstoppable. He's so quick. His ball handling skills are so good. He shoots layups the whole time. The only chance you got is meet him at the rim.
Right.
I forgot. They lost whoever they were playing to, but they did a good job of meeting them at the rim. Sacrifice your body. Oh, it's Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's LaMarcus and Blake and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
Blake blocked him a couple times.
Right.
LaMarcus,
Blake's looking good.
It's amazing what happens to these so-called washed-up superstars when they don't have to carry the load.
Right.
It's like cheating, man. You got two all-stars on the perimeter at all times.
Right.
And he hasn't even been there with James, Kyrie, and Durant there at the same time. It's fucking cheating, man. It's kind of over.
I know. That's why. That's why it's. I mean, it's going to be a very interesting offseason. I think that. I mean,
LeBron got to get out there and try to get.
Kawhi.
That's why he's trying to get Steph.
Kawhi's going to be a free agent.
It's like I need more people.
Yeah, you do, man. I mean, the Warriors. We need Andrew Wiggins and Klay Thompson and Steph and Draymond is not enough to beat the fucking Nets, dude.
Well, you know how I feel about that whole thing, but I digress.
Right.
You know who I would move.
Last year was great.
You know who I would move by that bunch. Because if Draymond gonna be undersized, he has to be able to hit 3-pointers now. That's how the league works. You have to be able to hit threes to get a good chunk of time, and his stroke is like gone, son.
Yeah, but he has been hitting threes in crucial moments though, which I like. Sometimes when they leave him open, he'll shoot it and he'll make it, and he'll be like, "Yeah, fuck you."
You know who else will?
Who?
Rajon Rondo. I like those kind of guys. Yo, that's my problem with Ben Simmons. I'm like, if you throw one up there, if you're just willing to shoot, you're gonna have a game where 2 or 3. Because Draymond will have a game where he'll hit like 2 or 3,
right? And
then it's a problem for the whole dynamic. Once he does that, Steph has that much more room. Man. Steph is a man you can't give any fucking room to.
Well, playoff Dre is the thing though. He comes alive in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, like his intensity is what fuels his game, and it's at all-time high in the playoffs. Didn't he say something about he wasn't playing for the play-in or something?
Yeah. He's like, he's not motivated by it. I wouldn't be either. He's like, I'm.
But what is he motivated? The championship.
He's like, it's not happening this year, so like, yeah, I'm not. You know.
Oh, see, that's the thing about when you say you're not motivated by it. It comes across as you're like not motivated to play because you can't win a championship this year.
Right.
Yeah. He just talks too much, man. It turns out bad. There's always something bad when he runs his mouth.
Well, we did just make a signing, Gary Payton Jr.
Gary Payton Jr. Why does that sound familiar?
He's at the league, but now he played for
Oregon State. Did he go where his father went? Because that's GP's son, right?
Right. And his father played for the Bay Area, so that's kind of
cool. That's where Gary Payton's from. Him and Jason Kidd.
He's a point guard, so I guess they're going to try to bring him off the bench, and because we need an extra point guard.
Mangan ain't getting the job done.
No, I think they sent him back to Santa Cruz. So he's a good defensive player. We'll see how it goes. I mean, he's only 28 years old, so maybe we can get some life out of him. But yeah. I don't know. We just need more. We need more. Where the team is not deep enough, and it's young, and I don't know. Hopefully, we can make a big leap from this past year to the next year. But I don't know. It's not looking great.
We got too many of the same guy to some degree. Bazemore, Oubre, kind of the same.
Well, that's what we like. We like long, athletic wings.
Are they really that athletic? Oubre, I want to put him like.
Ubre's super athletic. He's got major hops. He's got those long arms.
Major hops?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know now. Andre Wiggins is super athletic. I don't know about Oubre.
Wiggins, again, dude, sometimes he just looks so fucking good, and then sometimes no. It's like
that's why Jimmy Butler fought him.
Yeah, but I would love it if he could be more.
He needs to be more aggressive.
But he is having a great, like, he shoots the ball from 40 from three, like 40%. Like, he's like a 50% field goal maker. Like,
but with that athleticism, I would like to see him. I wonder how many foul shots he shoots a game. He should shoot at least.
The foul shots are bad though. He's not a good free throw shooter, which is like kind of like that's an effort thing, which is which is what people's complaints have always been about him. Is that he doesn't have, because if you can get better at shooting free throws. You know what I mean?
He has like
he should not be at 65% or 70%, whatever the fuck he's at.
With the quickness of his first step and his leaping ability, you would think he would draw quite a bit of fouls.
Right.
He needs to attack more, especially with Steph on your team, man.
Right.
You're gonna have lanes to attack all the time because like people are gonna like shade towards him more. So you guys you gotta be great at cutting and fucking just attack the basket.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like. So what's the plan? Is to play him at small forward and Clay at 2? That's gonna be kind of small. What's Wiggins?
Wiggins is like 6'7".
He's 6'7". That ain't that small, though.
Yeah. Anyway, let's take a break and hear from our sponsors, and then we'll finish this up with some predictions and playoff picture and all that stuff. All right.
All right. No doubt. All right, go.
So I guess apologies, everybody. These are old ads, but I haven't gotten the new ones. So this.
God damn it!
But the promos and everything still exist. So check out these companies. They're great. And but just ignore what I'm saying. It's March, and college basketball is heating up. Thanks to our partnership with DraftKings, you can take your best shot at picking a matchup with 100-1 odds. Now through tip-off of the CBB national title game on April 5th, DraftKings will be offering 100-1 odds on any matchup from the Sweet 16 through tip-off of the national championship. Just go to dkng.co/brawlmarch, head over to their sportsbook promos page, click Boost the Event, and you'll be on your way. Again, just go to dkng.co/brawlmarch for your chance at 100-1 odds. Eligibility restrictions apply. Offer ends April 5th at tip-off of the national championship game. And we're also brought to you by Manscaped. 'Tis the season. Take care of your hair and your balls and your holes with the best tools for the job. We're talking about our sponsors, Manscaped, the global leaders in male grooming from head to toe. When the clock winds down in March, be clutch and avoid the upset with the Manscaped Performance Package to keep all your hair and holes tamed. Start taking care of your man parts today with 20% off plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com and use the code BRAWL for our exclusive offer. Your bracket isn't supposed to be perfect, but with Manscaped Performance Package, you can be confident that your nose, ear, and ball pubes are. I've been doing this. I'm new to the single game. My balls have been looking great, and nobody wants to touch them yet, but I got high hopes. The Manscaped Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle and #1 overall seed this season. Along with the award-winning Lawnmower 3.0 included in this package is the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer. It provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. Get the Performance Package now to receive their 2 free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Talk about comfort, the Boxers are great. Your purchases go towards a good cause because they partnered with Alex Caruso and the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer, men's health, and early cancer detection. Manscaped is committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35 and giving support for fighters, survivors, and families impacted by testicular cancer as part of their We Save Balls initiative. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BRAWL at manscaped.com. Every purchase at manscaped.com goes towards contributions made to the Testicular Cancer Society. Thank you, Manscaped, for making our holes look sexy every time. Once again, 20% off plus free shipping with the code BRAWL at manscaped.com.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll...
So March Madness is over, huh?
Yep. That, man, I'm a UCLA guy, and that was a great game, but what a heartbreaking
epic
ending.
Fucking game, yo. That shit was crazy.
I know, but they fought a lot, and, you know...
I was rooting for them, too.
They're all getting
mostly because I didn't want Gonzaga to win.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't.
No, they didn't. They got mollywopped.
I knew it. When you're undefeated, that pressure gets too much in the biggest games.
I don't think it was the pressure. I think it's like they're a victim of being in the mid-major. They hadn't played against any real strong of competition. Mm-hmm. And Baylor's just more athletic, stronger, and can shoot better from 3 as a team. Mm-hmm. So, once I watched those semifinal games, I picked Baylor. And I didn't understand why everybody's picking Gonzaga, because looking at it, I'm like, Baylor's just faster than them, and they can shoot better.
Right.
But, like, I don't think it was pressure. I think it was all Baylor.
So the Warriors have this crucial 5-game stretch coming up. Starts tonight. Get the Wizards.
All winnable games.
The Rockets, Oklahoma City, and Cleveland Cavaliers. They need to win all of those.
And they should win all of those. And Steph Curry he has his butt pad. Did you hear him say that?
What's that?
He got a butt pad for his tailbone. So he's good to go. So he should win all those games. If they were to drop one.
Right. Well,
which one do you think they would drop?
Well, we got the Denver Nuggets on Monday night. So if we can somehow, if we can win 5 straight, that'll put us in prime position to catch the Spurs. But the problem is the Grizzlies are hot right now. They're winning a lot.
They are.
So yeah,
Ja's starting to look like he was looking last year.
Right. So it's like this is a crucial thing, and like we've been saying this all year. When is the run going to come? This team has flashes of being a good team, but they're not able to put it together.
Yes. Like what off the top of your head, I'm looking at it now. What do you think is the longest win streak they've had all year?
3 games.
Yeah. Which usually points to you being under 500. And what's their record now?
We're under 500.
Under 500. Yeah, it's like But a lot of those games some of those games you could have won, man, if you were healthy throughout the season. Like when Steph went down.
Right. Or like that 3-week, 2-week month stretch where we had no centers. We had Eric Pascal and Draymond as our centers. So
not only
but a lot of people
do you have some inconsistent play?
A lot of people are getting injured this year.
Not only do you have inconsistent play, you have injuries too. Like what would be considered your nucleus for this year? Which would be what?
Steph, Dre, and Wiggins.
Dre and Wiggins. Well, yeah.
So,
Dre's missing time. Steph missing time.
Right.
Wiggins is an Iron Man. Yeah. Apparently.
Dude, Maple Jordan. I love Andrew Wiggins. He's like the highlight of this year for sure because he has been really good for us. And he's paid a little bit much.
He actually looks like a piece that you would actually keep.
We want to keep.
Clay gets back.
Yeah, you want Wiggins.
I would shave a lot. I would trim a lot of the rest of that fat off.
Well,
right on off. You need somebody longer and like bigger in that 3 or 4 position. Because like Pascal's kind of short-limbed.
Pascal, I don't think he's gonna. I think they're gonna trade him.
Draymond's short-limbed.
I don't think Kerr likes Pascal. Pascal doesn't really fit in our system.
Wiggins is a little thin. You need somebody like a Jeff Green or somebody,
right?
Or like who else could fit that mold?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I would do it. I would get rid of Oubre, Bazemore.
If Oubre wants to stay and come off the bench, that'd be great. But he doesn't want to come off the bench, so that's why I think
I got to read that story. Why would he not? He's a bench player.
Well, he started.
You can't start him and win in this league.
He started in Arizona, and then he started in Golden State. So now,
like when he started in Phoenix, what did Phoenix do?
They benched him.
No, I'm saying like how far they go in the playoffs.
Right.
You're not going to the playoffs if it's Oubre's in your starting lineup.
Right.
I don't think.
At least now he's too young.
I don't think because he's not because like he's not. Maybe if he hung his hat on the defensive end, it was like a stone cold stopper on the defensive end. Maybe he could get into a starting lineup in a playoff team. But like, dude, he's like you can't. He's going to have to play against Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
Right. Well, he's a good defender. No, he's got active hands. He's long. But he's inconsistent. But yeah, I mean, another reason why I don't think the Warriors are really concerned about this year is because there's a big locker room fight where Draymond was like, because it came out where Kelly Oubre was saying, "I don't want to come off the bench," and then in like an interview, and then Draymond in the locker room was like, Andre Iguodala is a Finals MVP, and he didn't have a problem coming off the bench. But no, we got Kelly motherfucking Oubre who doesn't.
Iguodala ain't Oubre.
Iguodala's
he's a team guy, like, first and foremost. Iggy doesn't care if he scores 20 or 4.
Right.
He'll just get some steals and rebounds, tough rebounds, stuff like that. If Oubre don't want to play, I would get rid of him in a heartbeat. It's like, who's on that team I wouldn't just get rid of? Despite what you think, I would keep Draymond Green. I would keep Wiseman. I would keep Wiggins. Curry goes without saying. And anybody else get the hatchet?
Jordan Poole?
He get the hatchet. The fact that I keep Looney.
Yeah, you gotta have Looney.
I keep Looney. He's been through some wars, and he's not a liability at any time on the defensive end. So I would keep him. Because you don't need more points. I think you need more stoppers.
Well, and the good thing about Loon is with this pick and roll centric NBA is that like what always happens with these flashy point guards, they get the center switched onto them and they dance around them. Whereas Looney
it's no easy win when Looney pops out.
Right. Yeah.
So I would keep him, but like Oubre can go, especially if you want to start. Like, dude, hey, why don't you go start for one of those lesser teams? Go start for Orlando.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah, see how close you get to the playoffs down there.
Well, that's Jeremy Grant. That's what he did, right? He went to
Detroit
to be more front and center.
Dude, you tasted the fucking West Conference Finals. Like, right. I don't know, man. Maybe because I've never been in that position. I don't know what it feels like to know you could like actually, because he's actually playing well over there. But he's going to be chilling when the playoffs start.
Right.
They're not even in a play-in situation.
No. They're terrible.
So, like, yeah, it's all about what you want to do. Like, you should always want to win first and foremost. And then if you can be in a situation where you can win coming off the bench, just do that.
Right.
I guarantee you Oubre get way more shots he come off the bench.
Right.
Because in that situation, he wouldn't have to defer to, like, anybody.
I don't know. It's a conundrum, but I mean, I don't know who's going to be available next year. We need to improve the roster a lot, though. It's not clicking right now.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to see. But
it'd be nice
up
to have
until then, dude, I say go out swinging.
Exactly.
Steph Curry's playing amazing right now. Let him fucking play more minutes. You're not going to make it to the playoffs anyway. You're not going to go far in the playoffs. So see how far you can do with him just being Iron Man and going out there and fucking scoring a lot of points.
Exactly. Play competitive. Speaking of on fire, you're right. Steph is on fire.
Yeah.
Last 4 games he played 32, 36, 37, 41. It's almost like the Commodore song. 32, 36. Ow!
Dude. I fucking love Steph Curry. I just want him to be
one of the most exciting players in basketball.
I want him to be on a relevant team, and I want the Warriors to be relevant, and they should be, man.
Eli, stop your belly aching. In the last 6 years, how many championships do the Warriors have?
3.
Goddamn!
I know.
Really? 3? It seems like it's so long ago, son.
Should have been 5. You could have all 5 of those were winnable.
Dude, you know my opinion, man. If Clay doesn't get hurt against Toronto, y'all win.
Yeah.
Without KD.
We were figuring it out. We were figuring out how to beat them finally.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like sports are filled with injuries. And Clay got a bad break 2 seasons in a row.
Right.
Which sucks. Big time. Not just for him, for the organization and everything. Because, like, you put Clay in the lineup. How many more wins do you think he got? At least 10.
We have so many close games that we lost this year. Like
at least 10 more wins.
When they're not – and how many teams can just bottle stuff up, And he still gets 40. But when it comes easier –
that man don't stop moving, man.
Yeah. So, dude, this game
doesn't stop moving.
This is going to be a very crucial stretch of games. Like the pressure's on, guys. You got to fucking win.
It's time of the year now where everybody's intensity is going to be like through the roof, and like you got to be ready. Like if y'all like if parts of the team doesn't show up tonight, just comes out flat, you can lose to the Wizards.
Yeah.
As bad as they are, they still have Bradley Beal,
right.
And they still got Russell Westbrook. So
right, who can still have a monster
game.
So
that inconsistency will get you every fucking time in the NBA.
So you got to play with energy, and I want to see Wiseman. Don't make me fucking regret. I don't want fucking LaMelo Ball on my team. Don't make me regret fucking drafting Wiseman. You know what I mean?
LaMelo's nice, but he's not playing. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He's hurt. You got to be available.
But
that's why Jimmy's leaving, because he's not available all the time.
I know.
If the 49ers go get Justin Fields, man, I believe it in my bones.
I hope. I don't want Mac Jones.
Me either, man.
I want
Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
I want to. Yeah, except he's a white guy with a pot belly. But I want like a mobile quarterback, man.
Me too. That makes the game so much more fun.
And it's better.
The line is going you're gonna have breakdowns in your protection eventually.
Yeah.
Like it'd be nice to have somebody in the back there like Steve Young was back in the day.
Oof. Stevie. Well, they do listen to him, so
he did say it's always good to have that ability to, when things break down, to take off.
Right.
And Joe Montana spoke up too. You know what Joe said?
What?
Just pick a young guy already.
Love Joe.
Joe's cool as ever.
Dude. Yeah, I was talking about this the other day. Who do you think is the biggest Bay Area sports superstar? Is it Joe Montana? Is it Jerry Rice? Is it Barry Bonds? Is it Steph Curry?
Ooh, that's crazy because Steph won recently. Joe started all the winning.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry played for San Francisco and Oakland.
And he's a winner.
And
too.
he's
got 5.
Possibly the greatest football player of all time.
He's got 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Wins.
I don't know.
Or no, was he there the first year with Joe Montana?
No, Joe was there by himself. That's why Joe's so good. Joe did it before Jerry got there.
Right.
He was there so he got what? He got 2. No, he got 3 with Joe and then 1 with Steve.
Oh, okay.
So he has 4. Joe has 4.
Yeah.
Steve got 1.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's not Steve Young because he only
But
won
Steph
1.
Curry, man, he's like I don't know if it's because of where marketing is now. He's probably bigger because Steph faces on everything.
Right.
So I don't know.
Who knows?
It's probably generational.
Beloved, but also it's such a.
You didn't bring up Will Chamberlain. You bring up Tim Hardaway. You bring up Tim Hardaway to kill a crossover. You bring up Mullins.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, we love Steph Curry over here at Warriors Brawl, obviously. Hopefully, the rest of the team can step up and get some wins.
Have you been watching anybody else in the league play?
Pelicans. Watched a little. I watched Kevin Durant come back because I do love watching Kevin Durant play.
Do you think they have the best team in the league?
The Nets?
When healthy.
100%.
Yeah, me too.
It's not even close.
So, who's next?
Lakers because they got LeBron, but Anthony Davis says fucking.
I think that's where we part ways.
You think the Clippers are better?
Dude, actually, we might not part ways. I'm perplexed. I don't know who's better. I do think it's between the Lakers, the Clippers, the Nuggets.
Get out of here,
dude. All right, dude. Look, wait till the playoff times get.
Yeah.
Like that Gordon kid.
Yeah,
they had a Gordon, and who else they had? They added somebody else. And I'm a big Jokic. I mean, big believer in Jokic and Jamal Murray. What they can do when the shit get tight.
Mm.
That's why, like we talk about this. That's why I don't trust the Jazz when it gets tight. You did make me admit that Conley's going to be there.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell's going to be there. I can't trust nobody else.
Right.
I was watching Bogdanovich the other day. I'm like, why did Eli try to get me believing Bogdanovich? And Clarkson is a big part of why they're winning. Right. I don't trust him either in tight spots. I've seen him in tight spots before when he was playing with LeBron.
You got a good coach. I don't know.
I saw when he was playing with LeBron. I do like Snyder, though. That motherfucker be clean as a motherfucker. He's the modern-day Pat Riley.
Yeah. All right, well, I got to go run to the show.
Yeah, Eli's a superstar.
But this is Warriors for All. We'll see you next week.
Yes. Hopefully we'll get some wins, and Eli will be a lot more upbeat next week.
Right.
He's a sad man.
All right, we'll talk to
Let's go Warriors.
Yeah.